What if there were one communication tool that you can use that would increase your visibility as a leader? Hi, I'm Marissa Santoro, and I teach professionals how to own their authority so they can increase their influence, double their network, and attract more career opportunities. It's a question I'm often asked: how do I increase my visibility? How do I make myself memorable? I have some great recommendations. I have some great expertise. I'm confident in my expertise, but how could I really increase my visibility? Well, let me tell you, one of the key gutsy strategies here that we teach here at Gutsy Leadership Academy is not just to focus on the things that you know work, the benefits and all those great ideas and recommendations and initiatives. Maybe you have the whole project plan all laid out, or some just, some great thought leadership advice that you want to give to your constituents or your clients. There's also the flip side of that, and a lot of people don't always talk about that, right? They don't talk about the risks. They don't talk about the backup plan. They don't talk about the things that could go wrong. And a lot of times, that's just not the main focus of the conversation. It's all about, keeping the level of optimism at some point, right? On some level, it's important to keep the level of optimism. But if you want to gain more visibility, you also want to make sure that you're demonstrating that you're considering the holistic picture. So talk about the risks of not going in a certain direction as much as you want to talk about the direction that you're proposing, right? So what are the things that they haven't thought about? What are the things that you've experienced personally, which has sort of set you back on previous projects or initiatives? What are the things that you've noticed and the skills needed in a team that maybe was lacking in a previous life of yours, and you realize we really need to soup up and make sure we get our team skilled up in this particular area. That's another risk that we're taking if we don't spend the time, right? And we take 2 steps back to take 1 leap forward. So if you're looking to get more of your ideas across and really, be perceived and appreciated and respected as a leader people trust, you want to give them that holistic picture, So think about the flip side of not going in the direction that you're proposing. I also say, because I like to really train and coach professionals on making sure that they bring emotion to their conversation, to any communication they have. When people leave a phone call with you, for example, they want to feel some sort of passion, some sort of enthusiasm. So whatever it is that you're doing or saying, do it with an inspired enthusiasm that is so strong that even if they don't agree with anything that you say, they feel you. They feel your why. They feel where you're headed, and that still gives an open space for them to come back and maybe push back or suggest some alternatives to whatever you're sharing. But as a effective leader, you have to make yourself a little bit vulnerable and not hold yourself back, especially with your emotions. I'm not saying being emotional. I'm saying, really bring, however best you can, your passion to that conversation. And when you're communicating something, really give them the whole picture, not just what things that they should be going towards or should be moving ahead towards, and the why of all those benefits and perks, but the risks of not doing a certain thing. And also, I will say, if you are thinking ahead and you sort of know your audience a little bit, and you have an idea of what they might be proposing, then you might want to have in your hip pocket some of the risks that you believe you would be taking, the organization would be taking, by going down the path that they're suggesting. So it's not being, this sort of goes into conflict management a little bit, but if you know or suspect some of the positions that your colleagues, your business partners, your peers, your management has, then, have in your hip pocket a couple of reasons of the risks of going in that direction and the risks of not going in the direction that you're proposing, right? Just really sets you up in a different level. It also shows that you're thinking ahead and demonstrates leadership. And this could be, by the way, in a cocktail party. It could be, a casual conversation where if someone's seeking your opinion on something, could be in the elevator. And you give them your opinion on why you think that's a great idea, but don't forget to give them your opinion on why, what could actually, end up biting them down the road and some of the potholes they might be stepping into if they don't think of this, right? And this also opens up a whole other conversation where once you state the risks, the next question is, well, why is that a risk? Then you open that up, right? And that brokers a whole new conversation where you could talk about why those are risks. You can share a story about where you were burned or where your team was burned. So that opens up more of an opportunity for you to demonstrate your expertise and really showcase yourself as someone who is just not thinking about just what is, but also what can potentially happen, and again, having your clients back. All right, so before you forget, make sure you download my free audio leadership course down below, where you'll get the steps on how to own your authority in your career. All right, well, talk to you soon. Bye now.